Guys, Ogs here from the US. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, share, and do the rest. In today's video, I am going to rate the Chelsea Academy product that we have regularly in the first team this season. It's a half season now, and I thought it was time for me to look back and see how our own youngsters are doing in the first team. So this is just a personal opinion. You don't have to insult me, you don't have to attack me. You can just leave your comment and be respectful for other people, because it's been a lot of rude people out there. Just because you said something against the player they like, they are going to attack you and accuse you for anything. But you know what? I am not here to please anybody. I'm here to give my opinion, and most of the time my opinion is based on common sense and statistics. Let's start by Andreas Christensen. Yes, many people forget that Andreas is from the academy because he's been around like forever. He played in Germany for 2 years, played a lot of Champions League football, and people think that he's like 25 or 28, but the kid's still 23. So Andreas Christensen, I was one of the few people to criticize him this season for being physically and mentally weak. But Frank Lampard challenged him publicly, and he responded pretty good to the critics. And for the last couple games, he's been doing pretty good. I'm gonna give him 6 out of 10 this season. The second player I'm going to talk about today is Fikayo Tomori. Man, I have to admit that I didn't know anything about Fikayo at the beginning of this season because of my bias toward David Luiz. I didn't want to see David Luiz go. Even though I love my academy product, I still love David Luiz, and nobody really knew how Tomori was going to perform this season. If somebody tells you otherwise, he's a liar and he's flip-flopping. Everybody had some doubt at the beginning of this season, but guess what? He turned up to be a very good player, and I can't forget that golazo against Wolves that opened doors for us to go and score more goals. So Tomori is going to get 7 out of 10 so far this season. Reece James, another Chelsea Academy product, only 19 years old. And oh my gosh, this guy, we kind of expected him to be one of the best at Chelsea, but we didn't expect him to be that good that quickly. You know what I mean? So, you know, I can say that he exceeded expectations, and he's pretty good. Man, I won't forget that goal against Ajax and the celebration. So Reece James is going to get 8 out of 10 so far this season. Hopefully he can stay healthy and fit, and I promise we are going to see even more from Reece James. Yeah, the King James. 8 out of 10. Let's move on and talk about Mason Mount. Everybody knows that I'm biased about this player, you know, and I'm not going to be using my biased opinion for this video, because he's been like 50-50. One game he will be excellent and another one really flat. And we all accused Frank Lampard of overusing him, or, you know, favoring him instead of playing other players. But, you know, you can't deny the work ethic from this guy. You know, he works very hard for the team. No matter what position he's playing, he will give 110%. What I think about Mason Mount is that he's confused. We don't know exactly what is his position and what is his role. Looks like he's playing all over the field, you know, helping everybody, defending, closing down, chasing the ball, you know, winning the ball in the very high positions and all that. But what is Mason Mount's natural position? I think it's time for Frank Lampard to nail it down and say, you know what, you know, this is your position. Because so far he's been playing in the midfield as number 8 and number 10, as a winger and as a second striker. We don't really know. It's confusing for the kid. It's time for us to make a decision. But so far, I can say that he's been doing pretty good. And I will give him 6.5 out of 10. Tammy Abraham. I'm going to give Tammy 7 out of 10. The boy scored already 14 goals for Chelsea Football Club so far. And I promise you, if he was playing for the Bundesliga or La Liga or the French division, he was going to have 20 plus goals by now. He has to face the best defenders in the world, in the best league in the world. So it's very different. If he was playing for Leipzig, for example, by now he was going to be Chelsea #1 target next summer, right? But we have him now and we don't give this boy enough credit. Tammy needs to improve a lot because he's not clinical, really. If he could convert 5% of all the chances created for him, he was going to have 20 plus goals by now. He needs also to improve his headers. His headers are very weak and always goes straight to the goalkeeper or sideways. So Tammy has a lot of improvement to make, but he's in the right path.
What would you say you need to improve on your game? And there must be something that you say to yourself you need to improve on.
Yeah, there's a lot. You know, no one's perfect, but for me, it's about, I think I got to improve my heading as well. You know, I'm a tall lad. You know, and scoring.
Not that tall. Obviously, I mean, some sunken down a bit today.
You know, scoring goals with my head would be key for me and my height as well.
How do you improve heading?
Just keep doing it. You know, just being in the box and just getting your head onto things. It's just,
Callum Hudson-Odoi. I am going to rate Callum 6 out of 10 this season so far. Hopefully he can improve in the second half, because to be honest with you, he's been very poor at time. You know, I know he did pretty good against Arsenal because he was playing against Saka, you know, Martinelli, those players in his generation, and he's used to playing them in the youth level. But when it comes to the big boys, Callum is not there, you know. I have to be honest, and everybody knows that I love Callum. Callum is my boy, but I have to be honest. He needs to improve, and no more excuses, okay? No more, oh, he's coming from the injury, he's only 19. Sancho is freaking 19 and scoring every single game. Haaland is like 18 years old. Ansu Fati, Martinelli, and you know, Greenwood and other youngsters are doing better than Callum now. We understand that he's from a long-term injury, but that shouldn't be our only excuse for Callum Hudson-Odoi. He needs to improve a lot. There we go, guys. That was just my opinion. Please leave yours, and let's share our knowledge about the kid. Thank you so much for watching. Be cool like N'Golo Kante, and always think outside the box.